For as long as we've told stories about the sea, one name has dominated its depths, a symbol of raw, untamed power, the great white shark. It's the perfect predator, an evolutionary masterpiece sitting at what we thought was the undisputed top of the oceanic food chain. But in the vast, blue expanse, a silent hunter has been challenging the throne. It doesn't rely on brute force alone. It uses chilling intelligence, sophisticated strategy, and ruthless precision to systematically take apart the ocean's most feared hunters. This is the story of how pods of intelligent orcas, the true silent predators, are rewriting everything we know about life and death in the sea. It all started with a series of grim discoveries along the coast of South Africa, a region once famous as the great white shark capital of the world. Beginning around 2017, the apex predators of these waters began washing ashore. But these weren't the victims of fishing nets or ship strikes. Something far stranger was happening. Each carcass had a nearly identical, almost surgical wound. Their massive bodies were largely untouched, except for one baffling detail: their livers were gone. In some cases, their hearts were missing, too. The wounds were precise, inflicted by a predator that knew exactly what it was looking for. Scientists and researchers were stumped. What could possibly hunt and kill multiple great white sharks with such baffling accuracy? The answer came in the form of two now infamous male orcas, a duo that would earn the names Port and Starboard. They were identified as the culprits, and their arrival marked a turning point. The hunters had become the hunted. Port and Starboard, named for the distinctive way their dorsal fins collapsed to the left and right, became the focus of intense scientific study. For years, researchers had tracked the great white population in hotspots like False Bay and Gansby. Suddenly, the sharks vanished. GPS-tagged sharks were tracked fleeing the area for extended periods whenever the orca pair was near. Daily sightings of great whites dropped to near zero in places they had dominated for decades. This wasn't just a few attacks, this was a regime change. The orcas had created what scientists call a landscape of fear. The ocean's most confident predator was now living in terror, abandoning its prime hunting grounds to avoid the silent, black and white hunters. The impact was profound. With the great whites gone, the entire ecosystem began to shift. Bronze whaler sharks started appearing in areas they once avoided, and the behavior of Cape fur seals, a primary prey for great whites, began to change. The presence of just two individuals was altering the balance of an entire coastal environment, proving that orcas don't just kill sharks, they psychologically dominate them. So, how do they do it? How does a mammal like an orca so completely outwit and overpower a creature like a great white shark? The answer is a combination of overwhelming intelligence, cultural learning, and a devastatingly effective hunting strategy. This isn't a random act of aggression, it's a learned technique, likely passed down through generations. The hunt often begins with teamwork. Pods will work together to isolate a shark, but the true genius of their strategy lies in exploiting a little-known biological weakness. An orca will use its immense power to ram the shark from the side, then use its head and tail to flip the shark upside down. This single move is the key. When a shark is inverted, it enters a state of temporary paralysis known as tonic immobility. It becomes completely helpless, its muscles relaxed and its breathing rhythmic, almost as if hypnotized. In this trance-like state, the great white can't fight back, and it can't flee. It is completely at the mercy of the orca, which can then hold it in this position until it suffocates. But the orcas rarely eat the whole shark. They're after a specific prize, the liver. A shark's liver is a huge organ, making up over a quarter of its body weight in some cases. It's incredibly rich in fats and in all called squalene, making it a highly nutritious, calorie-dense meal. A single great white liver could sustain an orca for days. With surgical precision, the orcas bite into the shark near the pectoral fins to access this prized organ, leaving the rest of the carcass to drift away. It's the ultimate display of efficiency, expending the least amount of energy for the maximum reward. We've explored the evidence and broken down the chilling strategy. But what does this silent annihilation actually look like? In a moment, we'll look at some of the most groundbreaking footage ever captured, a moment that changed our understanding of these predators forever. Before we do, if you're finding this look into the ocean's true power dynamic as fascinating as we do, take a second to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss our next exploration of the natural world. For years, scientists believed these complex hunts required the coordinated effort of a pod, or at least a pair like Port and Starboard. But on June 18, 2023, off the coast of Mossel Bay, South Africa, that theory was shattered. Researchers and tourists watched in astonishment as a lone orca, the infamous Starboard, hunted and killed a juvenile great white shark. This was the first time a solo orca had ever been documented carrying out such an attack. The entire event was captured on film, and it was shockingly fast. From the initial pursuit to the final kill, the whole sequence took less than 2 minutes. The footage is breathtaking. Starboard was seen pursuing the 8-foot-long shark, and with what can only be described as expert skill, he gripped the shark's pectoral fin, thrusting forward to gain leverage. He then effortlessly rolled the shark, likely inducing tonic immobility. Within moments, Starboard emerged with the shark's peach-colored liver in his mouth, having dispatched one of the world's most formidable predators with an efficiency that stunned the scientific community. This unprecedented event proved that for some orcas, hunting a great white shark isn't a monumental team effort. It's a swift, calculated, and terrifyingly casual act. And this incredible predatory behavior isn't limited to great whites. Around the globe, different orca pods have developed specialized techniques to hunt a variety of shark species. In the Gulf of California, observations have documented orcas, including a male named Moctezuma, hunting whale sharks. Think about that for a moment. The whale shark is the largest fish on the planet, a gentle giant that can grow to more than 60 feet long. Yet, orcas have been seen devising a brutal and effective strategy to take them down. In observed attacks, they work as a family, ramming the whale shark to keep it from diving to safety, before biting at its underside to access its liver, much like the attacks in South Africa. This demonstrates that shark hunting is not an isolated behavior but a form of cultural transmission among orcas. Different pods, thousands of miles apart, have developed unique traditions for hunting some of the largest and most powerful fish in the sea. The rise of the orca as a shark hunter is more than just a fascinating display of predatory skill. It's a fundamental rewriting of the ocean's hierarchy. The great white shark, long considered an ultimate apex predator, now faces a challenger it cannot consistently defeat. The true apex predator may not be the one with the biggest teeth, but the one with the most advanced mind. Orcas possess the second largest brain among all marine mammals. Their intelligence allows for complex social structures, problem solving, and teaching sophisticated hunting strategies across generations. They are planners, innovators, and collaborators. They don't just hunt, they strategize. They identify weaknesses, exploit them with precision, and adapt their methods for maximum effect. From the calculated takedowns in South Africa to the specialized whale shark hunts in Mexico, orcas have proven they can dominate some of the most powerful creatures in the ocean. They are silent assassins, strategic geniuses, and the undisputed rulers of their domain. The great white shark may be a king, but the orca is the kingmaker and the kingbreaker. The throne of the ocean's apex predator has a new, and far more formidable, occupant. The story of the orca and the shark is a powerful reminder that in nature, nothing is permanent. Hierarchies can shift, and our understanding is always evolving. The silent, intelligent, and coordinated power of the orca has forever changed how we see the ocean's deadliest predators. What are your thoughts on this incredible power shift in the ocean? Does this change how you view sharks and orcas? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the depths, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the hidden world of our planet's most incredible animals. Thanks for watching.